Yenagoa, well, they were moved to Sapele for their home games, and that's why they were playing until the hammer of the LMC came down on them following a little fracas in the game with El Kanemi in Sapele, which ended inconclusively 1-1, and that was where the hammer came. They were initially banished to Abuja, but the Football Federation reversed that and moved them to Benin instead. So they are the home side here today as the formalities are gone through. Rangers not exactly going great guns yet in the season, and Bayelsa United not doing much better, but good for them. They have 3 games on Rangers in terms of backlog, and until those are resolved, they are in 14th place as against Rangers International, who are in 9th place at the moment, with 4 points difference between them. Bayelsa United, well, Gideon Gambo in goal. Samuel Twanya, you remember, is one of the guys who used to perform for Lobby Stars. You have Odile Yasele, the captain of the side. Solomon Jr. is also there, as are Samuel Ifanye, Azumiko Okechukwu, West Sobomabu, and of course Eric Frimpong and Peter Ebimo-Bowe, one of their scorers so far this season. And a strong bench, of course. You can see Chibuzo Zurumba on the bench, as well as Ebitimi Agogu, super sub you might want to call him. The match officials for today, center referee is Tunde Abioye. Well, the center referee actually is not Tunde Abioye, it is Sani Mohammed from Kaduna. Tunde Abioye is assistant referee number 1. He is from Kaduna as well. And Musa Dongdavong from Plateau is the second assistant. Match official, 4th official is Iguda Eposa of Edo State. Now, Rangers International, well, star-studded, you might want to say, look at the names there. Justice Chinedu, Usmane Sane, Pierre Coley, Ejike Uzenyi is there, as is Abubakar Umar, Osagona Igodaru, one of the top scorers so far in the season. Ugonna Uzochukwu is the captain of the side, is a super ego player, played with them at Chan. As of course, dribbling wizard Bitrus Dada and Sheun Taro. Okeodita, Honorade Oda, Cyril Oriako, the substantive captain, Obin Nwobud and Christian Obiozo are all on the bench. Well, it looks as if the bench is even stronger, if anything.
Oh boy, there's a minute silence in honor of Reverend S.I. Davis, the founder and proprietor of one of the teams here, Samsung Stars International. Minute silence, impeccably observed. The man founded Samsung Stars International, but he passed on just recently. His team was popular for winning the Gothia Invitational Cup in Sweden in 1983. Well, that's a man who is a little bit under pressure since taking over Rangers International of Enugu. The former under-20 national team and Sharks of Port Harcourt coach John Obu has not exactly made a huge difference inside the mid-table. He will be looking at grabbing his first full away points here today. That's the bad guy as far as Bayelsa United are concerned in a 4th position. Peter Bimo-Boy, he scored twice this season, and that's the 2 goals that secured a 2-0 win at city rivals Nembe City. He is one to watch out for. A player hugely talented. He gets among the goals frequently, but several times his career has been blighted by injuries. So he will be one to look out for here today. A man who knows what to do when he gets the ball in the final third. So Bayelsa United's coach is Richard Bubaga. He's done relatively well, managed to guide his side to the 4th round of the CAF Confederations Cup before they bowed out to Seoul Sport of Cote d'Ivoire after the late departure of the former coach Ladan Boso. For Rangers International, that man, he was called up to Nigeria's World Cup squad yesterday. Ejike Uzoenyi, he is the man everyone looks up to, and he was the best player at the Chan competition. That's the African Nations Championship earlier this year in South Africa. And the man who will tell us exactly what will happen today is Sani Mohammed, a FIFA badge referee, all the way from Kaduna State. So we are all set to go here. It's week 11, Nigerian Professional Football League.
And here we go. It's the home side with a kickoff. Rangers actually kicking off the game here, and that's Ousmane Sane. And sometimes you see his name as Ousmane Pape Sane. And Rangers, Gunauzo Chukwu is keeper for now because the substantive skipper is on the bench and galloping away, and that one just toe poked. Well, that was a very quick start by Ighodalo. He has been quite sparkling for Rangers since joining them up.
Yes, and you can see again, it's that man, Ejiku Zenyi. His forward pass is very good indeed, but the last-ditch challenge from the Bayelsa defender saving the day.
First corner kick, a very short one by Rangers. And they want to draw first blood here. Some fumbling in the defense there and almost giving the ball away. The referee allows play to continue, but somehow it still finds its way back to Rangers. A long one looking for Osagona. Well, what he was trying there was rather ambitious.
Bright start by Rangers International, led up front, of course, by the tall, lanky figure of Osagona Ighodalo. 4 goals is notched this season, 2 in the last game against Akwa United at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. And of course, earlier strikes against Nembe City and Kano Pillars is the league's second top scorer at the moment. And you can see language options for Channel 1 is English and Channel 2 is Pidgin.
Just decoding that move once again, and they want to counter-attack, but the race for the ball. Solomon Jr., skipper of the side, is beaten, and a good opportunity, and the ball just came, and somehow, well, that really was unfortunate for them. For Rangers International, they had a sight at goal, but somehow they were not able to. Sheutaro had a wonderful opportunity there, and you would have thought he was going to side-foot it appropriately into the back of the net. He didn't do that, but that's a scare for the home side that they've got to be very sharp in this game.
Abubakar Omar getting a rare start for Rangers International. Omar, player bought earlier this season from Wiki Torres, and he got stuck in there. That was a high boot. And the man he took out is, of course, Adele Anikai, player who joined from Shooting Stars from Crown of Ogbomoso.
Bayelsa United taking it easy, perhaps too easy. And that backheader was a short one, and that was almost expensive from Anikai Adele. Attempting to get back to his goalkeeper, Gambo Gideon. Bayelsa United, they seem to be taking over the orchestration of this game now. But they're guilty of giving the ball away rather easily. Taro to Dada. Uzenyi. Taro. Uzenyi. Rangers trying to string the passes together, but that pass from Uzenyi was short. It's still the man in red. Taro dropped down, and the referee very quickly signals free kick to the Flying Antelopes.
They've really been flying in these early stages. Bayelsa United, they just can't appear to get on the ball at the moment. Odili Yasele pulled out of the challenge, but not so. Azubike Okechukwu.
Ejiku Zenyi, oh, that's a beautifully executed one. The ball swung into touch. Gunauzo Chukwu was not able to keep it in play.
Gunauzo Chukwu is the standing captain for Rangers International today. The substantive captain, Cyril Oriako, is surprisingly on the bench. Osaguna Godaru, player who turned out for relegated Shooting Stars at the end of last season. He's really been the bright spark up front for Rangers so far this season.
And Ejiku Zenyi really dancing his way through. And Ejiku Zenyi beating the goalkeeper in the easiest of fashions, in the most sublime of fashions. Well, you can understand why that man is the talk of the town, why he is the cynosure of all eyes. And you can see what that means to Sam John Obu. What a start for Rangers.
They couldn't have written a better script, the Flying Antelopes. It's just, we just gone into the 6th minute here. And Ejiku Zenyi, well, he celebrated that call-up yesterday by Stephen Keshi with the opening goal here today. Another flowing Rangers move. He turns his marker one way, cuts back in, and with his wicker right, will simply rolls it to the bottom right corner of Gideon Gambo's goal. That's a wonderful finish from a very, very talented player. Totally unexpected from him.
Great goal by Ejiku Zenyi, a solo goal that couldn't come any better. But the way he finished off with his wicker right foot was really something. Bayelsa United 0, Rangers International 1. Rangers already have a point from the... Oh, Zenyi is really delighting this crowd here. He's putting on a show, all his own. And Rangers again, counter-attacking, 2 of them. Well, that was a very poor one. Very, very poor finish from Martin Etimi. Otherwise, they were looking good for an on-call.
I think Aqua United are being ripped apart in the midfield in these early stages. They've just not got on the ball. I beg your pardon, Bayelsa United. They've just not come to the party at the moment. And Rangers International, they've not won this title in the past 30 years. And they've just taken advantage of this early pressure. How can Bayelsa United come back into this?
That's exactly what they're attempting to do, but they have the man in red to take care of first. And that's the one looking for Osaguna. Osaguna, sometimes they call him Osaz. And that one just outran him, but at the other end, oh, great opportunity there. Well, sometimes the point is you don't sell a dummy unless you know exactly what's behind you. And Peter Bimobowe had no idea who was stealing down behind him. And that really was not a script well written. And a good shot, and a great equalizer. And you cannot take anything away from them. What a finish that was. Well, that's their response. You've seen it. Sobomabo West, he really rolled that. He didn't get a good purchase on the ball, but whatever. He got it in the back of the net, and very quickly, before you can blink twice, it's Bayelsa United coming on level terms.
Long may this continue. That's the first attack of note coming from Bayelsa United, and they are back level. It's also a second goal in as many matches for West Sobomabu, who scored in that 1-2 loss to Bayelsa United to Sunshine Stars last weekend. It's Bayelsa United 1, Rangers International of Enugu 1.
So we're really in for a humdinger here because in the space of 90 seconds, 2 goals. If that is a sign of things to come, then we really must be salivating already by now. Inside the opening 10 minutes, 2 beautiful goals. And the flag goes up on Osaguna.
You just love to see Osaguna's close control whenever he's on the edge of that penalty area. He really took that one very well, but he was offside. West Sobomabo, he's on a sort of scoring spree. The player they plucked from Nimbe City.
The good break by Bayelsa United, looking to get off a shot, but that was a little bit selfish of this keeper. could have given that pass, but Solomon Jr. was intent on doing it himself. It's Osagono now, a long pass through. He's looking for, well, the flag goes up rather belatedly on Abubakar Umar, as if the assistant referee wasn't exactly sure what the situation was.
That's Abubakar Umar looking to do something remarkable on a rare start for the Flying Antelopes. Still, Bayelsa United 1, Rangers International of Enugu 1. West Sobomabo replying just 2 minutes after Rangers International went ahead through Ejike Uzoenyi.
Rangers attempting to make another foray upwards. Matthew Etim missed a sitter not long ago, and immediately after that the response from Bayelsa United was the equalizer. Osaz, he needs to be careful. There was no reason to run into the goalkeeper the way he did, and some less lenient referee would have flashed the yellow card at him. That was totally uncalled for.
Even the best of the players at times they do come up with some nonsense.
Finally, that miss kick is taken care of by Rangers. And there they come again. A trip from behind. It's going to be a Bayelsa free kick. The man contended there, Solomon Jr.
Solomon Jr. is an interesting player. He comes from Bayelsa State, the home of Bayelsa United. You can see Abubakar Umar again getting stuck in. So Solomon Jr. He has a passport of Benin Republic and plays for the national team there. But he comes from the home of Bayelsa United.
That's how nomadic footballers can be sometimes. And that was meant to be a scorcher from Anikaya Deleye. A pass intended for Bitrus Dada, but not well placed. And Bayelsa take over again.
Rangers International, they are the away side, but they are enjoying the lion's share of the possession here. Nearly 50, 60, 40, but it's 1-1, and that matters.
And Bayelsa coming forward again, very intelligent play. Intelligent from Eric Frimpong. He just allowed that one to be slashed into touch for a corner kick. Rangers have to defend a corner now. Very quickly taken, and an attempt, another opportunity, a deflection, another corner.
This is turning into a rip-roaring game. It's attacks at both ends. Both sides intent on nicking a second goal here. It's Samuel Ifanyi that will drive in this corner kick.
Acrobatic header there from the important that one. Oh, very close. He just couldn't keep it down. Bayelsa United very close to taking the lead here.
And it's West again. He appears to be in the mood, but that was a very good ball driven in by Samuel. And you can see how close that was. You would wager do that Jonah Osman would have got to that. Jonah Osman, the former ABS goalkeeper, another man enjoying a rare start in between the sticks. Emmanuel Daniel, the number 1 for most of this season, is on the bench.
It's Bayelsa United piling up the attack now. Wave after wave of attack on Rangers International. And the Rangers have been distracted a little bit from their own attacking plans. And have got to defend. Jonah Usman coming very quickly. He was lucky nobody got his head to that ball and just scooped it up.
That's this is the sort of game you want to see week in, week out in the Globe Premier League. 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes.
Osaz went down. In fact, the referee was going to give his side a free kick. But the referee says it's a throw-in instead. Still, it's to the advantage of Rangers. was driven across with no particular person in mind. Chukwudi has a second bite on the cherry, and he gives the ball away a second time. Well, he really is not getting his act together properly. Maybe the captain's armband is weighing on him. But good news, Chukwudi, and there's another shot called for, and another goal, and that one is a television goal. That is a scorcher. That is really one strong enough to bend irons, and what a goal that was, and what a way to go in front here for Bayelsa United. They've been fighting, and I said they've been waving, starting waves of attack against Rangers. Somehow Rangers simply have no answer to the attack formation of Bayelsa United. What a goal from Oluwafemi Oladapo.
I did say just a couple of minutes ago, this is the game, the kind of game you want to watch week in, week out. What a finish here. You have to look at the defending by Rangers International, but you can't fault that shot. Absolutely well placed. Nothing Jonas Man could do. He came right across, got it covered, but he had so much pace on it that he just couldn't get a finger to it. Fantastic finish from Oladapo, and it's Bayelsa United who lead here by 2-1 after just 16 minutes.
Solid defending from Odilia Iyasele. Woman offended. There is only a throw-in. Rangers will get out of that. Rangers stunned. They took an early lead. I don't think it's so much a case of Rangers taking their foot off the pedal as Bayelsa United up in the ante. And the referee says play on. Bayelsa United zooming in on Rangers again. And a pass coming across. Well, I think that somehow that Bayelsa player knew he was offside and deliberately allowed the ball to run across him, hoping it would get picked up by his teammate who was roaring down the right flank. Good decision on his part, but perhaps he just as well might have gone for the ball and hoped for the best.
I'm actually one of those who believe he should have gone for the ball, strike the ball into the back of the net. Let's see the flag later. And at that point, he probably might have had a goal to his name. Instead, he opted to play safe, and that time that didn't work in his favor. Bayelsa United, they lead by 2-1. They were the surprise team of last season. And this season already, they've really had some huge scalps to their name.
Rangers playing catch-up now. Stumble and uncompromising defending from Ifeanyi Samuel. Rangers Sheun Taro, he's been busy on the right flank here. And Rangers now have a corner kick. 3 goals in about a quarter of an hour. Well, it's a measure of what the game is all about. And a good opportunity. Well, Igodaro had no business dressing that ball one time. He should have struck it as a one-time shot. He didn't do that. The Rangers get a corner nonetheless out of it.
I think he wanted to do exactly what you said, strike it first time, but the ball was not dropping quickly enough for him. He had to let it bounce, and the chance was gone.
They have another chance coming. The referee is running forward into the box, and we want to see what it's all about.
Eye to eye. Let's reach the ball. Don't allow your man. Let's reach the ball.
I think the net was torn. Earlier this season, it did happen in Europe, in Germany, where the ball went in from a torn net from outside, and it was called as a goal. So it was when you get set to deliver this set piece.
Makes it a short one. He wants a return. Gets the return, and he rolls it forward beautifully. Bayelsa clear their lines. I don't think that ambition comes any higher than that from Justice Chinedu.
And that would have been something if it had gone in. But Gideon Gambo saw it all the way, and it was way off target.
20 minutes on the clock. It's Bayelsa United 2, Rangers International 1. Rangers going into the lead early on, and Bayelsa equalizing less than 2 minutes later, and now going forward to get their nose in front. Strong defending from Solomon Jr.
Bayelsa United 2, Rangers International 1. That's the scoreline after 20 minutes here. Ejiku Zweni with the lead for Rangers on 6 minutes and replies after 8 minutes from West Sobomabo. And of course, the lead from a rocket of a shot from that man, Oluwafemi Oladako. He hardly does get amongst the goals, but when you score that once in a while, it's worth it. I think these players are reveling in the atmosphere. It's a good playing surface.
Bayelsa still asking the questions. Another range, another effort from a long range, and I hope they are not looking down on the Rangers goalkeeper.
I think the fault is from the way Rangers are defended. They're leaving players unmarked on the edge of their box, and who wouldn't try a strike from there when there is no one closing you down? Samuel Ifanyi nearly getting that one on target. If Rangers keep playing like that, you can't fault Bayelsa United. They've been hitting those shots, and one of them resulted into a goal. So that's some form of encouragement. And one thing, when Pierre Colli and Ousmane Sane are your center backs, you don't know what to get. At times it's good in the first half, at times it's not good in the second. You know, that uncertainty, you don't exactly know what you're going to get. Ugondo Zochukwu is down on the pitch.
Ugondo Zochukwu going down there, and well, looks a little bit worrisome, but that's the collision.
He hit his own teammate, Ousmane Sane. One of the two Senegalese centre-backs for Rangers, the other one being Pierre Colli. Both players were bought from Sharks of Port Harcourt at the end of last season. Scanty spectators, or rather scanty number of spectators here, not that many in the stadium. Richard Bubaga urging his boys back into the action as Zochukwu goes off to get some more treatment. Keen attention. That's the man who nurtured the equalizer. A throw well heaved in. Rangers failed to clear their lines, and he was left with that. It's a sort of acrobatic finish into the corner. Usman got his hand to it but couldn't keep it out. And that was the turning point for the game. West Sobomabo's second goal in 2 games. But with the way this game has gone on, you would have to just fancy more goals.
Indeed, it's a very open game. The kind of game you really want to watch. The defending could have been better, especially from Rangers, but that takes nothing away from the end-to-end nature of this game. Bayelsa United. It's a trip. I see a card coming out. That was a cynical foul. The referee was not hesitating at all. You wonder what he is playing at. He practically begged for that yellow card, Kalechi.
That was a surprise one from Justice Chinedu. I don't know what these players, they just get up to these antics. You can see that. Just cutting off at the calf.
First booking in this game, and one of the duo of central defenders for Rangers International, and Bayelsa United coming forward again. Great turn from Eric Frimpong. good football from Bayelsa United, and that is duly appreciated here. Keeping possession. And